Do you feel frustrated trying to get to your first 1,000 subscribers? It can feel like such an uphill battle sometimes trying to unlock that magical 1,000. Well, in today's video, we're gonna be sharing 3 of our best tips that we've given here at Think Media to help you unlock that 1,000 subscribers.
You gotta just press record.
Hey, what's up? My name's Heather Torres from Think Media, where we help you build your influence with online video. And sometimes we do tech gear reviews, and other times we do YouTube tips videos just like this. So if you're new here, consider subscribing. Now, being a creator here on YouTube, it can sometimes feel overwhelming trying to figure out what videos to make, how to get people to see those videos, and how to unlock that 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. What happens when you unlock that is the ability to get monetized and be paid to create your content. So in this video, we're gonna be sharing 3 tips. 1, the type of videos you should be creating. 2, how you should actually get those videos in front of people without being spammy or asking for sub. And 3, the exact videos that you could be making right now that will get massive views and subscribers and grow your channel so you can have the online influence that you want. The video I want you to create is called a versus video. Well, what's a versus video, Heather? Let me show you. Here at Think Media, we do a ton of versus videos. You can check out our channel at Think Media and you'll see we do things like camcorder versus DSLR. You'll see mirrorless versus DSLR, best shotgun microphones for YouTube. Now, why is it important to do a versus video? Well, because when someone is typing in 2 different things, they might be in a buying decision. Think about that. The reason that we do this camera versus this camera is because it gets people to the point of an answer to them purchasing a product. And if you're set up with affiliate marketing or you're set up with a brand, this is how you get money for the mission. It's so critical to be thinking this way because rather than just doing a tips video or a hacks video or something like that, this actually allows you to get the answer to their question. Now, does this work in other niches? Absolutely. Let me show you. This is my homeschool channel, the Homeschool House, and I did a video called Homeschooling versus Public Schooling. This is a versus video again, and it's helping you to see the difference between the 2. Now, in here, I do have affiliate marketing inside of there where I'm showing people the different types of curriculum and ways that they can get started with homeschooling. How about vegan versus vegetarian? Well, this channel right here, they did this video 4 years ago. And guess what? In their description, they have affiliate marketing links. Are you seeing the value of this? I also just purchased a RV and I watched so many of these videos, RV versus travel trailer. This is for every niche. There's probably 2 products that you have that people are comparing. Now, what if you don't know everything about both of the products? Well, check out this channel, Kids Friday Podcast. Guess what they did? They went to Costco and they wanted to buy a TV and they actually just asked the Costco employee for the difference between the Vizio versus the Samsung 4K. Are you seeing the value of this? You can actually just go to the experts and ask them, but title your video as a versus video. Let me know in the chat or in the comment section below, have you already done your versus video and what video was it? How about this? If you're in the financial space, what about apps that you can do? Well, this channel right here, Marble Jar Channel, she reviewed 3 different apps and guess what? She has affiliate links to all of those apps inside of her description. Are you seeing the value of this? Now, what about gardening? Here's a great one that we found, raised beds versus in-ground beds. You'll see that there are links to this person's website where they go deeper into online courses that are explaining how to do different gardening techniques. So it doesn't necessarily have to be that you're selling one of the products in the versus video, but you could be answering the question for that person that leads them to your world. And I was just talking to Tony here on the Think Media team, and him and his wife, they have a cooking channel, and his wife was at the store buying some really high-end cookware. And I said, well, I wonder if there's a video about that. And wouldn't you guess? All clad stainless versus Calphalon. Now, see, I can't even cook. I don't even know what this is, but they do. And they made a versus video. In the description of this video, you could be leading people to purchasing these high-end cookware pieces. Are you seeing the value out of this? Here's my challenge to you, Think Marketing. I want you to make your next versus video. If you're under 1,000 subscribers, this is a way to polarize yourself into the YouTube algorithm. This is a way for you to get noticed by someone who is actually interested in that thing. Rather than you making a video about your day or doing a tips video, this is a way that you can actually get your material in front of the right people. Well, that was tip number 1. And if you're getting value out of this video, go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe if you're not already subscribed. And if you haven't heard already, we currently have a sale going on. It's 90% off of our YouTube starter kit. If you're ready to get more views, to grow your channel, to know exactly how you can make money on this platform, then check out our YouTube starter kit. Start making better YouTube videos today with the YouTube Starter Kit. Create videos that get views and get subscribers and ultimately make you money. For a limited time, get 90% off the YouTube Starter Kit, a power-packed digital asset bundle that will dramatically shortcut your path to creating or reviving your YouTube channel. Get it today for only $37. This offer won't last. You'll get instant access to these 6 resources valued at over $630. So head to tubestarterkit.com and start creating better videos today.
Now, I don't know if you're like me, but as a kid, I remember the joy of getting up on a crisp Saturday morning, maybe in the summer, and going to the lake to go fishing. You know, there was only a few things here in Southern California that maybe got me excited as a kid, waking up early. Maybe there was Disneyland, you know, there was other things, but fishing was definitely one of those things. Maybe not as cool as Disneyland, but it was something that I woke up and I looked forward to. The opportunity, the possibility of what the day could happen in front of me. What could happen? Like I could catch a ton of fish. I could bring it back home. Like all these things as a kid, I just have this fond memory of getting up to go fishing. And maybe some of you are like that with your YouTube journey. You're just starting and you're under 1,000 subscribers and you're just excited. You're excited about the possibilities of building this channel that you've dreamt of and that you've just excited to build. You know, but I also remember these days as hours spent, right, trying to catch a fish. And as the heat of the day increased, you know, my energy was just zapped from my body. And I just remember those days going long and long sometimes and just realizing the more I fished, maybe the less chance I had to catch a fish. I would see a little bobber on the surface of the water and I'd think maybe I'd see it go under and maybe think a fish would be there, reel it in, only to find that nothing was there. And that, you know, maybe my bait was even gone and the fish had duped me again. And maybe you can relate to this feeling when it comes to YouTube. Maybe you feel like you've been doing YouTube a long time. You've tried and you tried, and you still have yet to really feel like you've caught something or that you've gotten traction. And, you know, it wasn't until a few years ago when I had a friend of mine who is a professional fisherman. He was sponsored and he does tournaments. He's a professional bass fisherman. He had the decked out boat, had tons of rods, had all the gear, had everything that I could possibly need while fishing with him. He even had enough for himself and for me included. And he took me into his boat, his nice, like just pristine looking speedboat. And he's like, okay, Tony, I'm going to take you out and I'm going to take you to the honey hole. And I remember thinking, honey hole, like I don't understand what that term means. There's no honey involved with fishing. They're putting honey on the on the bait. I don't know. I'm just totally new to this thing. And he began to explain a honey hole is where the fish are. And what he did was he had fished this lake multiple times and he knew the spots he needed to go into to get the fish. And so what I want to show you today is a YouTube honey hole, a place where you can find subscribers and views that you probably don't know about because maybe you've been fishing at the wrong spot and you've been spending a lot of your time spinning your wheels trying to figure this out. And so like Heather said earlier, I do work full-time here for Think Media. My name is Tony, if we're just meeting. And I also do have a little bit of some side channels that I do manage. And one of those channels is actually my wife's channel, which is the Plant-Based Kitchen. And the Plant-Based Kitchen is a channel for having vegan food or plant-based food taste amazing. My wife is an incredible chef, and she loves cooking and sharing recipes with people. And so we both work full-time jobs, and we both are trying to build this on the side. And maybe you're like us as well. You're working full-time, maybe going to school full-time, and you're trying to make this work here on YouTube, right? And so this one strategy that I want to teach today, and this one honey hole, has produced some incredible results. We saw in a matter of 1 month from this strategy, we saw a growth of 8,481%. I mean, that's kind of specific, but in subscribers. It is now, the channel is now crested over 2,000 subscribers, just started this year. So it is a newer channel. And we saw views skyrocket by 641% in this 1 month by utilizing this single strategy. So I hope I've piqued your interest here today, because I want to share this with you guys, because it's something that it's been near and dear to my heart. I've been working on this to help present to you guys here as a part of the Think Marketing audience here today. And so this one strategy that I want to teach you guys tonight is utilizing Facebook groups. Now, don't tune me out here. I know you're going to hear the word Facebook and you're like, isn't that where all the political people talk? Isn't that where, my mom and her friends are at, or my grandma and my friends are at? And I just want to encourage you to lean into this, because this powerful strategy in 2020 and even beyond is such a powerful strategy with utilizing Facebook groups. And this is a post in a Facebook group that you can see on the right side here. If you're watching, or if you're just listening, I'll read this post to you. But basically, I put a post in one of these vegan Facebook groups that I talked about, just bragging on my wife, just talking about how amazing she is. My wife's been building this super hard to build, or my wife has been working super hard to build a YouTube channel for people who want to make delicious vegan food, all while working full-time at her job, which is all true. And I was extremely proud of her. And I shared her channel with the Facebook group that I was in, this vegan Facebook group. And this post kind of went mini viral in the group. And the outpouring of support on her channel was unprecedented. And people came and they watched. And the thing that was great about this is that it was not just people that were vanity subscribers or vanity views. And you may have heard of sub for sub or view for view. And us here at Think Marketing and in Think Media, we just do not believe in this, and we don't think it's actually sustainable growth. But this was growth of people that was her exact target audience. So I want to break down a couple things for you, and you might be thinking to yourself, well, I don't know, Facebook groups don't really work for my channel. Well, I want to put out a couple things to you guys real quick. So I did a quick search of just different types of groups that could be that are already existing and already thriving in the Facebook group community. I guess you will have you. The first one that I found here was for Toyota Prius owners. I'm a Toyota Prius owner, and so I've looked up like stuff when I've had to fix things before, and I've realized there's this thriving online community for Toyota Prius owners. And so you can see on the screen if you're watching, and if you're listening, Prius Prime Owners is a group with almost 2,000 members. Ready for this one? Toyota Prius Owners Club, 23,000 members in that group. It's 23,000 people that just own Priuses. And so you can imagine the power of having your target audience all collected in one space where you can deliver them value, right? We have groups for homeschooling in Southern California, 13,000 members in that group. We even have free homeschool ideas, 40,000 members. You can go on to Minimalist Living. Minimalist Living has a group of 26,000 members. And one of my personal favorite places to go here in Southern California is Disneyland. It is closed at the moment, but looking forward to when that opens up again. And you can see right here, there's a few different Disneyland groups. There's one called Vintage Disneyland that's 89,000 members. There's Mice Chat, which is kind of like the Disney like secret stuff. And it's kind of like the super fans of Disney are in this group, Mice Chat, and has 24,000 members. You have arts and crafts. You have RVing. I mean, there is endless possibilities for Facebook groups. And I'm begging to guarantee you, I can't fully guarantee you, but I'm begging to guarantee you that I think every channel here watching and listening would have a Facebook group that would be relevant for your audience to see your videos. So I hope I piqued your interest within Facebook groups. Now, I have a few points for you guys that if you want to take further action on this and really grow your channel using Facebook groups, that you're going to need to be aware of, because there's things that I've learned that I've been putting into practice, and things I've done the right way and things I've done the wrong way within utilizing the strategy. And I want to share just some of that with you. So the first thing I want to share with you is the first thing you have to do, right? You find these Facebook groups, like I've just mentioned. And the first thing I want you to do when you get into these Facebook groups is answer questions. Answer questions. So in these Facebook groups, you will find posts. You will see posts of people asking questions. You know, maybe you're that Toyota Prius group. There'll be people asking, what's the best tires for my Toyota Prius? What is the best brakes? You know, how do I fix this problem? And if you have a Toyota Prius channel, you're there and you can answer those questions. And so the first thing you want to do when you enter these groups is comment on existing posts that ask a question with a link to your video. This is the first level, okay? So I'm going to show you a couple examples of this. If you're watching, if you're listening, you can listen along as well. But we have a post in one of these groups that says this. Okay, folks, I need some help. My daughter and I have yet to have a successful tofu experience. I need to hear from the people that really didn't like it until. Please fill me in on one recipe or method of cooking that changed your mind, please. So this is, again, the plant-based and vegan community that me and my wife are a part of. And you can see that she also commented back to them saying, with some simple answers, such as marinating tofu for sure. I have a recipe for banh mi that has the perfect marinade to use. That's one of her videos, is a tofu banh mi sandwich recipe. So you see how she answered the direct question with a video. Another answer was also seasoning is really important, and I have some go-to spices I use, or else tofu can be pretty bland. And she links a video to the best spices for making tofu taste good. So when you respond to people, here's what happens. When you respond to people like this, two things happen. One is, yeah, you get people seeing your channel, but the second thing is you're actually helping people, which we argue here at Think Marketing, Think Media should be the goal of your channel, is to help people, to help bring people along, maybe a journey or something that you're super knowledgeable about that they're just starting in, and you're helping them. So you're achieving the mission of your channel by giving people answers. And if you don't have a video to an answer, I'd encourage you to also just answer it. If you don't have a video, that's all right, but it's also another great encouragement to you to continue to build your library of videos on your channel so that you can continue to recommend them for days, weeks, and years to come. And so that's the first thing. You want to be answering questions and posts with a video link when possible. The second thing, when it comes to posting, so number two, we want to post helpful content. That sounds so generic, but let me break that down for you when it comes into Facebook groups. You want to make helpful posts in the groups with complete answers in your post. So let me explain that. I want you to post things that don't require them to go to your YouTube. You're like, wait, that's the goal though, right? You said I to go to 1,000 subscribers. Yes, that is the goal. And yes, you can put a link to your YouTube in the post, but I want to read a couple examples for you here of what I'm talking about. So inside of some of these plant-based groups, we have posted a couple posts in there. And these are just some of our ones we did last month. There was one that says yummy vegan fried rice. Full recipe, that's a key here. Full recipe is attached as a photo so you can screenshot. There's also a video recipe here, and that's where we put the link in. So we give the full value. People do not have to leave Facebook to get the full value of this post. Okay? That's a really important. I would just encourage you to really go with this strategy because you're giving people value. You're helping people. That is the goal of your channel, right? Another one. I love banh mi sandwiches. I made this easy and delicious tofu banh mi sandwich and wanted to share it with you. I attached the full recipe so you can screenshot it. And then the video recipe link is right below. So it's really important because I don't want you going into groups just putting your link to your video, because I promise you you're using the strategy wrong. You're going to come back to Think Marketing. You're going to find me on Instagram. You're going to tag me and you're going to go, Tony, this didn't work. Well, you have to work it the right way. And what I mean by this is by being a helpful human being and not thinking of yourself first. I know, kind of mind blowing. You think I'm supposed to be, and yes, you want to grow your business, you want to grow your channel, but helping people first above everything. You hear me? Help people first above everything. Okay. So helping them, that is your first goal. And so that's what we're doing with these posts in these Facebook groups. And the last thing, and I kind of alluded it a little bit to you earlier, but the last thing is that you have to play by the rules. That's the third thing you have to do, is play by the rules. Every Facebook group. So you have to know your group's guidelines for posting. Some groups have really strict rules against self-promotion, right? And rightfully so, because it would just turn into a self-promotion, just billboard newsfeed. So what I'm encouraging you to do is not self-promo. I'm encouraging you to be helpful to people and give them an option somewhere deeper in the copy to go deeper with you if they want to see the YouTube link. But here's what I'm going to encourage you with, is that you're probably going to mess this up a little bit. You're probably going to maybe get kicked out of a group or two because they're not going to take nicely to it. It's okay. Just continue to work this strategy, because I'm telling you right now, I'm in like 20 to 30 vegan Facebook groups. And I think I've gotten kicked out of one because we were trying to help people. Someone asked me for a link in the comments. I responded back to them and they kicked me out for that. So if that happens to you anyways, it's probably not worthwhile for you to be in that group anyways, because they're not open for you being helpful to them with providing them with content. So you have to play by the rules, okay? And my golden rule, like I just said, is this: be helpful above everything, okay? Be helpful more than anything. And so I hope that was helpful for you today, because, you know, what I've done for you today, hopefully, is this. I've led you to the honey hole. You know, I've led you to where the fish are. Now, I can't make the fish get on your hook and into your boat, on your rod and reeled in. I can't do that for you. But what I can simply do is say, hey, I got a boat. I got some fishing rods, and I can show you where the honey hole is. And I promise you, if you take massive action on this strategy, you're going to see dramatic results in reaching that ever elusive 1,000 subscribers.
How do you crack the YouTube code? You know, you think about YouTube, you think about, you know, how do I get my videos seen? How do I become someone who people want to follow, right? That's why we're here on the platform. We're here on the platform to create valuable content that can help people solve a problem. And that's really, when you're starting at zero, the first question I want you to answer. Who do I help and how do I help them? What problem do I solve? This is something you want to make sure you're journaling down, that you've got that in your mind before you even get started really on making videos. Now, this one strategy has helped my channel grow on autopilot. Like, I am getting views every single day because of this one strategy, getting discovered, getting found. And this is something you can apply right to your channel as well. Now, how do you crack the YouTube code? How do you get discovered? How do you allow your views, like people to actually view your videos? And really, it comes down to you answering a question. You answering a question. Type that in the chat right now. I need to answer questions. And how do you do that? Well, we have a formula here at Think that we call ASQ. You want to answer specific questions. How do you break through on YouTube this year? You need to be answering specific questions. If I were to start a brand new YouTube channel right now, this is the one strategy I would use to get discovered, to get views, get to my first 10,000 subscribers and beyond. So what is answering specific questions? Well, how do you even find that? Like, what questions should I be answering, Heather? What I need you to do is write down the questions that people in your target audience are asking. So what are they going to the YouTube search bar and actually typing in? Well, let's see what happens when you go to the YouTube search bar and you type in how to, right? How to is a great way to get started with answering specific questions, because how to means I have a problem. I need to learn how to do whatever my problem is. I need to figure out the answer to my problem. Let's say I had an organizing, like I was helping moms learn how to organize their home. One of my friends does this. She has an amazing channel where she is helping people organize with Dollar Tree items. But let's just say I type into the chat, how to. I'm going to type into the chat how to, and then I'm going to write organize, because if I'm someone who is looking to figure out how to organize, that's what I would type into the chat. And then guess what happens on YouTube? Well, when you type in how to organize, YouTube is going to actually auto predict different video ideas for you to create. So now, you know what pops out and you get to see all those different things that people are typing in. You kind of get to choose which one. When you're the user, you're going through and you're choosing which one. Well, as the content creator here on YouTube, this is valuable information. Why? Because it's telling you exactly what people are writing into the search bar when they have this problem. And here's what they're typing in. They're not just typing in how to organize. That's still pretty broad. What they're typing in is how to organize your closet, right? If I have the problem where right now I have 3 kids that are in one room and I have a tiny little closet, I need to figure out, how do I organize this closet? I'm not just going to the platform saying, how do I organize my home? I am specific with an exact problem. So you want to answer specific questions. What about this one? How to organize my dresser drawer. Wow, that's pretty specific. I mean, when you think about your whole entire house, right? Like right now, you're probably sitting in your office, or maybe in your living room, or maybe you're in your kitchen. You're listening to me while you're cooking dinner right now. There's a lot of things in your house that you may need to organize, right? Well, every single one of these search terms is a video, and people are very specific with their problems. Did you see that? The difference there? One was how to organize. That's the first thing that was typed in. But look how specific people get with their problems. A dresser drawer. I mean, that's pretty specific, right? When you think about all the things in a home, a dresser drawer is very specific. So you want to be answering specific questions. What about this one? Well, if you are someone who's in maybe the health and wellness space and you want to help people lose weight, well, they're not really typing in how to lose weight. I mean, that is a problem. That's kind of the broader problem. But what's the specific thing they're trying to accomplish? What do they actually need from you? Well, here you can see when you type in how to lose weight, the video idea that you could be creating right now, if this is your niche, how to lose weight in 4 easy steps. Yes, I want to know that. Please tell me about how to lose weight in 1 day. You can sign me up for that video. I will watch that video if you make that video, okay? These are the specific questions that you could be answering when you're creating videos. Now, I'm going to let you in on a little secret. Right now, Think Media, our main platform, has over 1 million subscribers. Guess what kind of videos we're making? These videos. We're answering specific questions. So if you're just starting and you're at 0 and you're needing to know what kind of videos to make, I want to let you know that this strategy, this one strategy, this could help you get to your first 10,000 subscribers. All right, well, let's try this. What about how to lose weight fast without exercise? Yes, I want that one as well. All these ones are really great ideas. But what you'll notice here with the blue arrows is by typing in that one key phrase into the YouTube search bar, I now have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 videos that I could create. And guess what each one of those videos are doing? They're answering a specific question. Well, what happens? Here we go. Your power question is, what is your target audience typing into the YouTube and Google search bar? What are they actually typing into the YouTube and Google search bar? A lot of times we think, okay, I need to sit down and plan. I really need to get into the psychology. You do. You definitely need to. But can I give you a little secret? A lot of this is right in front of you. A lot of this is you actually just asking the people you want to help, hey, what do you type into the YouTube and Google search bar? When I started my homeschooling channel, this was the exact strategy that I did. I went to about 4 different girlfriends that I have that I knew were in the process of deciding if they wanted to homeschool. And I said to them, hey, what are you actually typing into the YouTube and Google search bar? And they said things that I wouldn't have really thought about. And I thought, how interesting. I was able to do how to homeschool on a budget because they had a budget. I wouldn't have thought of that, but that's what they were actually asking. So your power question is, what is your target audience typing into the YouTube and Google search bar? Remember, answer specific questions. That's the key to today's training, answer specific questions. And I want to share with you a couple of our students from our academy that are doing this exact strategy and getting amazing results. This is Tara. Now, Tara is in network marketing. She does essential oils, and she decided that she wanted to break through on YouTube to be able to discover more people that would come into her business and purchase the products. Now, one of the things in oils is you have these different types of diffusers, and a lot of times people will get the oils and they have no clue what to do with them. And so Tara decided to answer the specific question: ways to diffuse oils without a diffuser, right? Because it's two different pieces. And so she was answering that specific question. I don't know if you can see it here, but this video alone has 13,000 views. This is Tara, who just started. She picked up a camera and made a video about answering specific questions. This is Mary. I love Mary because Mary had never used a camera before in her life. Mary is in her legacy years, and she decided that she wanted to take the things she was teaching to women at her home into the digital space. And so Mary picked up a camera and she started creating these videos that were answering specific questions, like this question: how to make no-knead sandwich bread. I didn't even know that that was a thing, but Mary's audience was asking this specific question. How do I know? Well, let me go back, because Mary has 173,000 views on this video. Her target audience was asking this question. This is Kent. Kent Rollins is a cowboy. This is Cowboy Kent. He loves cooking and he does a lot of country style cooking. Well, you'll notice here, Kent decided to just answer the specific question. Here's what he answered: easy tricks to cleaning a cast iron. That was it. That's all he had to ask. That's all he had to answer. 3.1 million views. Are you seeing the power of this? Answering specific questions. Now, this is Sherry. Sherry loves sewing. Sherry decided that she wanted to leave her corporate job and be able to do her hobby full time. And so she decided to start answering specific questions. Now, what I love about this is that she's just reviewing one actual sewing machine. And if you know anything about sewing, these are not inexpensive items. This is an investment. And so she decided to go ahead and answer the question about this machine. I love that Sherry has now been able to leave her corporate job and do YouTube full time because she decided to answer specific questions. This is Joey. He is an eye doctor. If you've been around Think Media, you've heard us mention Joey a time or two. What I love about what Joey does is he answers specific questions. Man, I'm going to say that like 10 times fast, and it's definitely going to like trip me up. So if you're like me, you can say it with me. But what I love about this is that Joey's at 1 million views on just contact lenses for beginners. His audience had a question. I'm new to contacts. I need to learn how to do this. How do you like open your eyelid and then like touch your eye? How do you keep it all like moist? And what do you do? Like, I'm a beginner. And so he decided to answer that question. 1 million views. It's not like he's some famous vlogger. Joey is an eye doctor who decided to pick up a camera and start answering questions. And then this is Nicole. Nicole decided to answer the question of tummy time. Nicole is an occupational therapist and a parenting coach, and she decided to go after this key word phrase here, tummy time. Now, if you don't have a child, you're not searching tummy time. But if you do have a child and you're in her target audience, you are definitely searching this term. It is a developmental thing that kids are doing, and it is highly searched on YouTube. Well, she decided to do tummy time for newborns. And Nicole did that video, tummy time for newborns. You can see it here. And then guess what happened? She made a video about that, 2.4 million views. Why? She picked up her camera phone and recorded and answered a specific question. Now, here's what I love so much about Nicole. I just recently pulled these stats from her channel, and Nicole right now is generating over 300,000 views on her channel. That is incredible. What I love the most about what happens when you start answering specific questions is you start to not just grow in your views, which is really important, but you also start to create a community on YouTube. And that's what Nicole is doing with 5,000 new moms a month actually signing up to be a part of her community. So what action do you need to take? What do you need to do next? Well, your action is to make a list of 10 questions. What are people typing into the search bar? How specific can you be? Remember, when I typed in how to organize, it came up with how to organize my dresser drawer. So you want to be really specific on the question that you are answering. And then lastly, you want to create one smart video per week. So if you're going to be answering those questions, if you're starting at 0 subscribers, if you're trying to grow your YouTube channel right now this year, then you need to be making one smart video per week. Now, what do I mean by smart video? I mean, put your time and energy into answering a specific question. So those were 3 tips from our team here at Think Media to help you get to 1,000 subscribers. And when you unlock that 4,000 hours of watch time, you then unlock monetization. That's where you partner with YouTube. And in the next video, you can check out exactly how do you get to that 4,000 watch time hours and how does YouTube actually pay you? So click or tap the screen right now to check out our next video where we share the 5 ways you can be making money on YouTube right now and how to partner with YouTube. Thanks for watching, and we'll check you in the next video.